Hello. So recently I have been to this exhibition, Dreamworld, Surrealism at 100. So this is the 100-year anniversary of Surrealism in 2024. So and then they organized these exhibitions in different parts of the world, and in US it is going on in Philadelphia, and then it will be until next year, February. So I'm not like a big fan, or like I don't know a lot about surrealism, to be honest. So I take it as a movement that was after the impressionism and before the abstracts. It's like when like the First World War has been done, and like the Second World War is still like coming, and there is this tension, there is like the increase of fascism, and also like humans are like having too many new problems, too many like this disorganized time. And also like Freud had his theory about unconscious subconscious minds, and like so many things are happening at this time, at like 1920 1930s, and like a lot of new understandings are coming up. And I thought like that is the basis of surrealism. So what is surrealism? I'm not going into that in detail. I take it again as like where people are trying to find answers in their subconscious, because they are not finding that in the outside world. The outside world is not making sense anymore. So people are trying to get back inside and understanding the problems and everything, and trying to solve or not solve, or like it's a lot of things going on. So like surrealism really talks about the dreams, the minds, the inner like beauty or inner violence, or like anything inside our ego, our alter ego, and everything. So I think different people has like come up with their different ideas and stuff, but I really wanted to talk about some pieces that I really loved in this exhibition only. So the first one, like it's by The Secret Double, or it's also called like The Double Secret by Rene Magritte. And this really caught my eye, is that I couldn't understand what these like round things are. Are these eye sockets? Like where the eyes are closed and like this is an eye socket, or what? Like I really couldn't understand. So Rene Magritte like went through a lot of trauma, a lot of things in his life. And then like in this picture you can see that there is this ocean, this vast ocean, and then like this human being has no reflection. There is like no like emotion, or nothing is going on. So like this is a one person, but like we can see inside this person's like face, he like her body, but they are not the organs that we know, right? There is no blood, there is nothing. So when we open a person, is there just nothing? Or like there are these unknown objects, or what? So this picture really was telling something without telling anything. So I think like I was trying to understand this component, I couldn't. And I think that is Rene Magritte, what he wants, right? Because in this painting, like before this painting, I found this like quote by him in Google, that like visible things always hide other visible things. So like when people asked him about the like meaning of his work, he always would say that like it has no meaning. Like he was just saying that like I saw something and I drew it, and I like he was always very ambiguous about his like meaning. So this painting, again, I was standing so long in front of this painting, like it's a very, like the other one was like vast land, like ocean, right? This one is, I think it's a mountain. Maybe it's like a very, like a deep um like something. And then these birds are dead, and they're not even like, somehow they're falling from the sky dead in a very, like, very violent manner. But again, I actually took like a zoomed in picture because again it caught my eye so badly, is that there is nothing inside these birds body. See, like if I open and take all the organs out, then this is the body, right? So the anatomy is there, but like the whole picture was just so, like, I wouldn't say sad. It was very vivid, but it was very, like, I don't know the word again, like, so I just thought like it's beautiful, but not in a pretty way. It was very horrifying to me, to be honest. Like, so yeah. But again, if you are going into surrealism like exhibition, you are ready to take that in, right? So I liked this picture, but I found that something is very bad happening, right, in this picture. So that the name also says the murderous sky. So yeah. And then the next one is called chimera. Again, we have to understand that this is a time when the political, the economical, like everything is in a very, like, unstable situation is going on at that time. So chimera is done by Max Ernst, and like he is one of the very big names of surrealism. And one thing, like the chimera is in Greek mythology, it's like not an animal, like it's a mixture of three animals. Like suppose the head of a lion, the head and the body of a goat, and then a tail of a serpent. And then that, like, that brings horrifying, like, calamities and everything. So when Max Ernst, like, and others, like in other surrealists really liked that combination of different things, like Max Ernst was very interested in like this, like combination of different animals to like show different like egos or different parts of like people. And he, like in this one you can see this is like a geometric like shape, and in this, like, there is a head or maybe a bird, but again, like this is a woman's body, right? So Max Ernst was very interested in birds. Like he actually made a character which would be known as a Lop Lop. Like that was his portrayal of himself. So like a human being and the head is a bird. So I saw that in pop culture a lot of time, but I didn't know where it came from. But so it came from him, and then like, so this picture again, maybe it's like trying to get like calamities or what, I don't know. And then also like like its shadow is behind. And also if you see like these legs, like nobody knows whose legs those are. Like, is this human? Is this a bird? This is a woman's body. But like again, Surrealists at that time was using like human figures, especially woman figure, as like a lot. And I didn't like that, to be honest, like because they were trying to show that like females have a lot more like very like internal impressions, like different things, and like they were trying to use female bodies as different like experimental objects. But anyway, so I don't know what he meant by this, but like a lot of people say that like the initiation of the wars, because he was like so the next picture is like tells more about it. Like at this time he was in the Spanish Civil War, right? So the Spanish Civil War was happening between the Spanish nationalists and the Spanish like Republicans, who were like mostly communists, and the nationalists were like fascists, and they got support from Germany and Italy. And then at that time, like they were burning down different places. And if you remember, like Picasso's Guernica, that was about the bombing on the Basque Country. And then, so a lot of things were going on. And then in this like war, Republicans were defeated. And then the artists were, of course, not happy with the initiation of fascism in Europe. And if in this picture you can see again, like we don't know what, if this is an animal, this is a human, this is a clown, like what it is, we don't know, right? So the name, like the first name was the Angel of Hearth and Home. He was saying that like it is like we think that it's an angel at this time because it's like keeping our peace and also like bringing health and bringing like happiness and everything, but at the same time it is bringing like calamities that we do not know yet. So this like, so we are calling it an angel, so in reality it's not an angel. And also I was trying to understand this, like what is this, like is this like the other countries that were helping this government to like to win the war, or like is it coming out of this, or is it like a like is it like giving it more strength? I couldn't understand, like you see, like the bonds and everything. Is it, it's not a separate entity, but is it helping it or is it taking from it? We don't know. And I actually wanted to show that like the other people, like everyone, it was trying to understand. And this again, like when you see these like paintings in front of your eyes from very close, it's very vivid. The like the emotion is very vivid, and I can so anyway, and then yeah. Okay, so coming back from politics to like again, like so surrealism is not complete without Salvador Dali, right? And again, I'm not a big fan of his work. There were a couple of works, but like I really like couldn't understand much of it. So this one, I really liked the minimalism of it. So that's why I actually added this picture. If you see, like this is really the height of surrealism because like it's a spoon is coming from a point, right? We don't know what this is. Maybe this is like a cracked wall or something, and it's coming out, and then suddenly it's bent with a rock. Like this rock is just there, and it's bent, and somehow the spoon, like it's no, there's no gravity, there's no physics, nothing is going on, it's just bent, and it's feeding us or the viewer a time watch, like it's a pocket watch, a little pocket watch. So like, so Dali used this spoon like feeding things or like handing out things with spoon very like a lot. And then like the also the timepieces, you'll see like the how he in his images like the time really melts. Like there are a lot of works like where the time, the watch melts or something. So these symbolisms were like his basic symbolisms, and agnostic symbol, like we don't know what this is, like this is unknown, and like nobody knows. So like the again the height of surrealism would be like, I think there was a piece like which is not here, but like a teacup which was covered in fur. A woman, I forgot her name, but like she made it, and then like that, it's an object what we see every day, but suddenly the object makes a totally different sense, a, something that we never thought of, right? So that visual was there, but again, like I really couldn't make any sense of it. But again, that's, and also like the shadow, but we don't know where the light is coming from, maybe from here, but there is, like you see, like the light is everywhere, so maybe the light is here because this is dark. But yeah, other than that, I think I liked the minimalism of this painting, but I don't think I understood much of it. So again, the next one is a lot of things going on. Again, this is very, I think, political again. So Andre Mason was a veteran from the First World War, and he really knew that how bad wars can be. But again, the like Spanish like civil war started, and in this picture you can see this is so much red that it's already like telling you that this is a very tough situation going on here. So Toromaki is the bullfight, and he drew a lot of things about bullfight, and you can see like the raging bull, and there is this matador who is like almost maybe dying at this point, and in his dream he is dead, like this horrified, like he is like his eyes are wide open, but he cannot take, like he cannot win, you can see like how he is trapped. So he is seeing his own death, and then this is his horse, and then I don't know what this is, but this is a skull, so maybe that matador died. So like maybe in this war, Andre Mason is there. We all are like in different wars, in different like political situations or anything. We are trapped. We know that it's not good, and we are seeing our own defeat, our own like death, but we cannot do anything. We are so much stuck. So, and at the end it we will be dead, and something like, and then this like horse is just like, so like it has not like nobody, I don't know. So I think you understood just like by seeing the picture that how vividly violent this imagery is. So the next one, again coming to the women, and then like, so I think I really liked the work of the female surrealists in these exhibitions, because if it's a dream world, and then I figured that even if they were like 100 years ahead, like of me, like they were living 100 years ago, we have the same kind of dreams or same kind of idea and everything. So I didn't know Frida Kahlo is a like was a surrealist too, but I really liked this painting. This is very basic. If you see that it's not as imagery as the last one or anything, but here she is drawing her own identity. So her paternal side, like her grandparents, were from Germany, and you can see the ocean. So they are coming from Germany, like the sea, and then her father, but her mom is from Mexico, and then like they look like Mexican, and then you can see the land. This is Mexican land. And then she's a fetus, and she is holding her own bloodline, and then she's a girl, and this is her home, her everything, right? So again, there the symbolism is just so clear that like this is not like the other pictures where you really need to like go in and then understand what is going on here, what is the spoon meaning, what is the, this is nothing, this is telling you the whole story, that this is me, this is my bloodline, like every one of my family looks like this, and like I'm a girl, I'm a fetus, I'm a egg, like so. So when we talk about surrealism, I always thought like we talk about Salvador Dali kind of things, but I never really realized that like this is also surrealist. Like in my dream, I think about my grandparents, or like I think about my parents, and I like, so Frida Kahlo is really talking about like at this time, like the German supremacy, that like the pure blood, like everything was going on, and she's saying that like look at me, I'm like half Mexican, half German, and like I'm me. So yeah, I really liked this. And then the next one was Dorothea Tanning's birthday. Dorothea Tanning was Max Ernst's wife, and she, like the woman really came in the picture, surrealism picture, later, because most of the time they were the muses or the wives or girlfriends of the surrealist painters, and then at some point they had their own voices, and then they came in the picture later. And then Dorothea Tanning was in US the whole time, and then you can see this one is not really like, again, like surrealist as we talk about. It's almost like her own, like this is her self-portrait, and you can see that like she's wearing a gypsy like dress, or like, and this like her body is like half bare, and then maybe she's coming from this window, like this door, and these doors are just like endless, like she doesn't know where she is going, or where we are going, or we what we are looking at, but as if like she was a human, and like on her birthday, this is her birth. I think Max Ernst gave her this idea of this name birthday, and then like this creature came out. We don't know what this creature is, and then this is one of her very early paintings, and later like she had a lot of like fictional creatures, like different like female identity and like female understandings, dreams and everything, but this picture was so clear that she's giving us almost the whole story, that this is my transformation. And I don't know what this is. If this is afraid, it has wings, but again, is this is it's not a bird. But again, like it's is it like it looks scared to me. But again, like she is looking at where we don't know. She's looking somewhere, but this is looking down to the earth. Like again, I was feeling this woman, but at the same time, I didn't know what was going on in their mind. But again, I think that I have an understanding with their minds. So I really liked that in this exhibition, to be honest. And then the next one was awesome. So Remedios Varo, she was also in Europe, but after the World War, they had to move to Mexico. They were exiled, and she was actually like her father was a hydraulic engineer in like when she was growing up. Her mother was very strict, but her father would like take her to like different like museums, different like drawing classes, and she was very interested in scientific drawing, alchemy. Like you can see her work is just so innovative and so imaginative that like I have seen like this kind of thing in movies, but if you really look at this painting, this is called the creation of the birds. You can see this is an owl, and maybe it's a woman, and like these eyes and the face structure, if you actually see her picture, she looks like this. So it almost looks like that she is like drawing herself as an owl. And then you can see here that there is this force coming in, celestial force maybe coming in, and then these are giving her the power. And then there is like a guitar in the as a necklace, and these also like the music is also getting in, and there is this stars light coming in, and this bird is getting its like life, and then this part is getting out. So this woman is just having so much like she is doing a very high like value work, but in so much calmness, in so much patience. Like it's almost maybe it's not a woman, it's maybe just an androgynous subject or something, but like it's just so much scientific, but at the same time so much imaginative that she was very interested in alchemy, magic, and everything. The next one, I loved this painting so much. So this is like if you know like about the in the moon there is a woman who is uh working there. So in this one you can see there is this light coming in, and she is like you know how they make the spaghetti, and then like she is moving this, and then there is this food coming out, and then she is feeding the moon. So as if like the and you can see the moon is like really like thin right now, so she is feeding and feeding, and one time maybe the moon will be so big. And you can see like her like there is no expression, none of like they are not wearing like shiny clothes or anything. It's just this monotonous, this patient work, but they're doing so much work, but at the same time this is caged, the caged moon. So all the surrealist women like painters, they had this thing that they are trying to do so much, but the society is not giving them that like support. At the same time, the politics, like the wars, the everything, in even in their own relationships, in their families and everything. They have all these boundaries, but at the same time they're trying to do something of their own. Like she is inside a room, she is inside a room. Maybe like we are seeing like this part is also maybe closed, and you can see there's like nothing shining, like it's just, again, I don't know how to like explain this, but when I was there and I was looking at these paintings, I really felt these paintings. So the next one, again, is by Leonora Carrington. So Leonora Carrington was a friend of Varro, and then there was another woman. So when they were exiled to Mexico, they became like a group, and then they worked a lot in there. So Leonora Carrington was also very rich, but at the same time, like very strict family background. So she was very interested in fairy tales when she was growing up. And she was always imagining these different figures, these different like stories. And again, they were very interested in magic, in and Mexico has a lot of those. So like they would have those meetings, those things, and all those, like in her painting, almost nothing makes any sense, but there is a story. So suppose they none of these like characters are human like, but maybe like they're going somewhere, and there are like this painting. I actually had to make a video of like just this painting because there is just so many details that like even if I like stand there for a whole hour, I wouldn't understand all of this. Again, she was saying like you don't have to understand, you just like see things, like it's just a story that I'm showing you, so just watch it that way. And then like I think like this is one of her very famous paintings, and the name is Then We Saw the Daughter of the Minotaur. So again, Minotaur is that creature that is like goat like head, and then like human like body. But here you can see, we're seeing like there is a crystal ball thing going on. So there is these clouds, so this is like above the clouds or somewhere. Is this the daughter of the Minotaur, like this like flower like character? We don't know who these two boys are in here. What are they doing? Or what is this? What are these dogs doing? Or like why is Min like what is in his mind? Or what's dancing here? So we don't know. We don't understand. But she is telling us a story. So I think like she always told that like don't intellectualize stories that much, just see it as it is. So like I was just doing that, like I wasn't intellectualize anything, and then I was just seeing her story, that's it. And I really loved how she told her story, and I think like whatever she told, I enjoyed it. So yeah, and then this is the end of it. It was a long video, but I would say that I really had a newer understanding of surrealism after I was and I was super happy that I could go and enjoy. Okay, bye.